The next question from Wingmaster19. Phil, has there ever been anywhere you wanted to go for a vacation? He suggests Japan or Mexico. Here's the realistic vacation places I'd like to go. Realistically, California, Oregon, or Canada. Why are those realistic? Because they're close to us, because the travel cost would not be very high, especially now that we live on the West Coast. Those would be the ones that would be quick, easy, and inexpensive. Pipe dreams, will I ever get to go there? I don't know. I would say probably Europe, definitely. I would like to do a Euro tour through, like, maybe Great Britain, France, Italy, maybe Germany, maybe Spain, something like that. Maybe a tour of Italy like that. I would maybe one day like to go to a tropical island. From CJPACQUING. I have no idea how to pronounce that. He says, Phil, I've been meaning to ask you, how do you get paid by Machinima through your partnership with them? I always thought you got a flat rate based off of views, and Machinima gets paid whatever YouTube makes on ad revenue. But I noticed a couple of your tweets that you said you're not getting paid off of views, so I'm confused. I understand if you can't share due to contract clauses, but I think it would be a great thing to share whatever the misconceptions are regarding how you actually make your money. I find it absurd how your channel viewership and interaction can be growing, but your income is dropping. This happened at the end of 2015. My contract was always with Machinima since I signed with them in 2011 to the end of 2015 had been based off of views. If I earned a certain amount of views, I would make a certain amount of money. Now, this contract at the end of 2015 had to go away for 2 reasons. All right? Number one,
because YouTube sucks.
And this is not an exaggeration. Basically, it's publicly admitted repeatedly, they can't keep track of views properly anymore. They don't know how. They constantly fuck up. They overcount, they undercount, they screw everything up. And just recently, this happened in January, YouTube just decided out of nowhere, we're going to subtract ridiculous amounts of views and subs off of everyone. No warning, no explanation, we're just going to do it. Now, some people noticed it and freaked out and said, oh my god, I just lost like millions of views. What happened? And they contacted YouTube, and YouTube said, oh, we audited the system and found out that we overcounted all these views, therefore we subtract all of that, all right? Luckily for me, that doesn't happen. For me, I'm not based on that contract on views anymore. That went away in late 2015, and I went to a contract based on ad revenue. The other reason that contract doesn't exist anymore, all right, is because basically YouTube ad revenue has plummeted. And I'm not exaggerating here. When I started on YouTube in 2011, ads on YouTube were incredibly fucking lucrative.
Like, really lucrative.
Just running ads on your videos, you could make ridiculous amounts of money, all right? But over the years, it's declined. I also see there's issues now. This is really stupid, where ads don't play properly. People have been telling me over the month of January that on a lot of my videos, they'll go to watch the video and they just see black and then the video starts.
So obviously they didn't watch the ad. I didn't get credit for it.
So there's a lot of things that lead to this ad revenue fluctuating. And that's why I don't have the views-based contract anymore. The bottom line is, the views-based contract, at one time, Machinima was making a ton of money on ads, and I was making a decent amount of money on the views contract. Because ad revenue plummeted, it flipped. I was making more money with that contract than Machinima was making on ad revenue. So they had to do away with it. They had to get rid of it and do a whole new kind of contract with me. And that's why I can have a month like January where it said, literally it said, you made way more views in January than you did in December. You had higher likes. More people watched and more people were engaged. Meaning people were watching my videos for longer in January than they did in December. Oh, by the way, you made thousands of dollars less during that month than you did in December.
What?
More views, higher engagement, more people watching. People liked what I did way more in January than December, but I made way less money. And the reason is because ad revenue. Ad revenues in September, October, November, and December skyrocket because all the advertisers are advertising their products for Christmas. As soon as that wave is done, woo, ad revenue goes to the toilet in January. It happens every year. So for me,
I busted my ass
in January with this cold, forcing my way through it, trying to make sure I could do the Dark Souls run for you guys. Didn't take any time off. Couldn't even afford to go to the fucking doctor. Doing all this. Oh, guess what, Phil? You screwed you anyway because basically
YouTube can't do a good enough job
of getting advertisers so they could have constant levels of ad revenue all year. Basically,
YouTube employees suck.
It's their job to bring in the advertisement, and they don't do a good job of it. They've never done a good job of it. They don't have consistent ad revenue. That's fucking stupid. They should have consistent ad revenue, but they're not smart enough to do it. That's lame that people like me and everyone on YouTube who makes content has to take a big hit in January.
Because they're inept at what they fucking do.
Stupid. So that's the truth. So that's kind of how it works. Thing is, for me, sorry, I can't, I play new game releases and stuff. I can't just say, oh, I'm going to save all my best stuff for when I know the ad revenue is highest. You know what I mean? That's stupid. People want constant entertainment. If I don't give you quality stuff all the time, you're not going to stick around. So for me, I can't stockpile my videos and content. And, oh, I know there's ad revenue high now. So for 3 months, I'll do 4 times as much content and then do nothing for January. I don't have that kind of, flexibility, nor do I have that kind of, freedom to do that. A lot of people may have it, I don't. Okay. From Vera, if you had a more capable PC, would you play more PC games than console games? Probably not. I do enjoy playing on console, mostly because I find it far more comfortable to do this than keyboard mouse. In fact, using keyboard mouse kind of these days hurts my hands. When I did my Twitch and Chill marathon, by the end of the marathon, my hand was hurting me pretty badly, okay? So yeah, in that regard, I do enjoy consoles more, but then again, you could use controllers with a lot of these games on PC. If my PC could, here's the thing, it's not that my PC can't run games, it's that my PC can't run these games and capture and stream them. Which I was under the impression when I bought this new PC and I got all the specs according to what people recommended, I'd be able to do it, and then as soon as I got this PC, I go to do it and it didn't work.
And everyone blames me.
That's Phil's fault. Because, Phil should have done the research. I did. I listened to what everyone was telling me because I don't know. I don't know anything about the technical aspect of computers anymore. I bought specs directly to what people were telling me to get. I had a panel of people, like 10 people, who apparently were all in on computers. They told me exactly what to get. I bought this PC in 2014. It shows up, and I can't stream and record at the same time when I'm playing a PC game. It sucks.
If ever I magically get enough money,
which I doubt is ever going to happen at this point, to buy another high-end PC, then I'll have one dedicated for gaming and one for the capturing and streaming. I could do it. Right now, I can't. So the final forum question of the day is again from Pocho Max. So he had another question he snuck in here. He says, Phil, what is the one thing you feel has held back your business the most in your 8-year history as a YouTube Let's Player, and what has helped you, or what has helped you the most? So what held me back the most, and what helped me the most? I would say what really held me back the most was lack of transparency and information. Now, there's a lot of times when lack of transparency and information has screwed me over. I'll give you some examples. Not understanding properly how the YouTube copyright system works. Another way, YouTube's lack of transparency. YouTube has never been fully transparent with content creators, ever. They like to pretend like they are. Oh, but didn't you see our obscure blog post that we didn't tell anyone we were posting up that said that all the algorithms on YouTube would change but didn't really explain fully how they're going to change? Oh, we told you that things were changing. No.
YouTube is awful.
They need to be more transparent. If they're going to make a change to the site that's going to dramatically affect people's businesses, any content creator, they need to fucking tell us so we know what's coming and we can prepare our audiences. If there's going to be a new YouTube algorithm, we need to know exactly how the fuck it works so that we can get our videos to show up in the goddamned algorithm and we can show up in search results. Not just roll the fucking algorithm out there and the next thing you know, someone who used to be super popular on YouTube now can't even show up in the fucking search.
It's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. Again, lack of transparency. So here's what happened with me with this false copyright strikes. I had all these false copyright strikes coming in against DsPgaming in 2015, and there was a meeting between my partner network Machinima and YouTube about it. And I said there's potential that there's tons of false copyright strikes coming up against my pre-stream videos. YouTube employees told Machinima employees to tell me to delete the videos off of YouTube without properly communicating, again, lack of transparency of data, that when I deleted those videos, that it would make my channel look as a negative because I lost all those views, and that I would permanently fall out of YouTube search results.
They didn't tell me any of that.
I didn't know about this until months later when all of a sudden I'm like, why aren't I getting any views on my videos? What happened? Typically at the end of the year I get a boost in views, I've gotten nothing. What happened? And then people behind the scenes figured it out. It's like, YouTube just sucks. It's like a bunch of people. It's just like I said earlier about my college professor, okay? My college professor for computer science was incredibly smart, incredibly hyper-intelligent. He could code anything. But when it came to actually communicating what he was doing to people, he couldn't do it. He couldn't be transparent. He couldn't teach. He couldn't do anything. It was terrible. Same thing with Google. I fully believe that the people at YouTube and the people at Google are book smart. They could sit there and they could code and they could do this and they could do that. But when it comes to being street smart, when it comes to being personable, when it comes to communication skills, when it comes to actually applying their know-how, their knowledge to real life business, they have no fucking concept of how to do it. So they just roll everything out constantly, not understanding this is going to fuck over other YouTubers, this is going to fuck people over constantly, and we don't care because we're Google and we own it. So who gives a fuck? We're infallible. That's kind of their attitude. And it's ridiculous.
It's an elitist, fucking fucked up attitude that needs to end, but someone has to compete with them, and so far nobody has.
I'm waiting right now. I'm waiting for what is their competitor from a few months ago that I registered for to tell me that they're going to have ad revenue. Because right now they don't. There's this other website that's trying to compete with YouTube, but the only way that you make money is people donating to you, basically. Enough people are already doing Patreon and Twitch stuff. I can't say, oh, here's another avenue to donate. It's ridiculous. So that's the thing. I'm not going to put my videos up. Now, they said they're going to get ads eventually. Once they get ads, yeah, I'll probably start putting my videos over there and see what kind of revenue it brings. You know what I mean? But right now, it's so ridiculous. There is no viable alternative to YouTube. There's no one who's competing with YouTube on the level. And we're all stuck with these hyper-intelligent, book-smart people who don't understand how business really fucking works. The only reason they're employed is because they're hyper-smart, and they all have their fucking PhDs from Ivy League schools, but they don't understand the day-to-day effects of the shit that they do, the code that they roll out, and the non-transparency that they have with people. If all the changes that YouTube was ever having were transparent to me, I would have changed my business on the fly. I would have changed the way I title things, the way that I use tags, my thumbnails. I would have started doing all these things, but it was never fucking transparent. So I never knew any changes were coming through the pipeline, and all of a sudden, they would hit, and you're like, well, all my views are down again. Oh, not in search again. Wow, this is a great fucking thing, right? I'm disgusted.
What has helped me the most over the years?
With my business, I mean, how can you even question it? The viewers and the fans. The constant feedback. The positivity. The fact that no matter what happens, no matter how much negative shit gets thrown my way, that the people come back, right? If I didn't have a dedicated group of viewers who really want to see me succeed and keep me doing this, I wouldn't still be doing it, you know? It's hilarious because I don't think that the negative people realize how much the fact that they exist and tell me that I can't succeed
motivates me even more to keep going for those people that are still here and want to see me succeed. You know what I mean?
Like, they don't get it. They just, let's keep making hateful videos. Let's keep doing this. So every time you do that, you're just reinvigorating me to keep fucking going. Like, seriously. For every false copyright strike I get, that gives me the fucking burn in my fucking body, the drive to keep going and succeed past that. How many people have tried to stop me? Think about it. How many things have been thrown against me, right? I've been swatted, false copyright strikes out the wazoo, DDoS attack. I've had physical threats, death threats, both in person, by the way, and virtually. I've had both. I've been doxxed. My family's been doxxed. My family's been swatted. All this shit has happened over the years. My revenue is tanked. You know, I'm barely making ends meet, but you know what? I'm still fucking here, starting year 9, because I won't give up.
As long as these assholes are sticking around telling me that they're going to keep fighting against me, fuck you. I'm going to keep fighting against you.
And I am here because of the ongoing support, the long-term support of those who love what I do and tell me what I do is meaningful and they keep going. That's why I'm still here.